welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore. My name is Syken, and today we're continuing Seasons 2 of this installment. Syken Heals is ready. We're finishing, hopefully, Feralis, then Tenaris, and a little bit of Hinterlands, so a lot to do. We're starting hot and heavy right away, as we are going to the large leather backpack quest, which will lead us deeper into the maw of the hive that is lurking there. Once we're done with that, I figured we're trading in the Tenaris quests, and then we're going over and are doing some Hinterlands quests. So without further ado, let's travel there. Alright, we arrived right next to the camp where whatever we're searching the backpacks is. So time for us to
that spell isn't ready yet.
Clear the camp. The wood paws are unfortunately quite cowardice, so they will run away. But that's okay. We can just clear the stuff, then get to the actual camp, and then there's a bit of follow-up in the dungeon to the south. It's interesting, I never really pictured or pointed it together, but Thylicid is just the main hive of the Silithid drones, which is the whole thing where Ancurias, so AQ. However, there is kind of a small little hive, or the extension of a hive really, here in Feralis, and of course that causes issues. But there's also one over in 1,000 Needles, and one in Tenaris, so they actually did, and one in Burocratus, so I did a pretty good job in spreading them out underneath the earth, whilst making them weaker and weaker at the edges. Cool. So we gotta get the Zuka spot, which is really south of here. Gotta be a bit careful not to aggro too many, like one of them is fine, but many of them might not be. And that is typically a bad sign. Gnarl, Lifebleed. Okay, cool. Well, it does not need to. This time it's not a bad sign. It's a rare mob, and rare mobs automatically mean guaranteed loot. And whenever a normal mob would drop a green item, a rare mob would drop a blue item, so it's just a higher loot table, really. Let's see what old Gnarl Leaf Brother has to offer us. Besides rooting us, of course. Girdle of the Whale. Male, Spirit Stamina. I got Intellect Stamina, so we're going to keep the Eagle. But that's a good one. That is a good one. We can abandon this quest and take this one instead. So we're going to go here, and later we're going to the flight point. For now, let's just stay here. This is where we're going to go into the hive, or partially into the hive, I think. I think it's underground, right? So inside the backpack are two items. The first is a parcel of goods that was brought, and the second is a note. The note tells of discovering insidious bug-like creatures. Continue to search for him or his remains in the writhing deeps. Okay, so the guy definitely died downstairs and not up here. Without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, Yeah, good. Which means we need to fight in. We're going to, as always, have like two fights. The first one we already had, and I'll fast forward the rest then. I don't see any remains there, and we have been standing on top of the question mark, so it needs to be downstairs, which is fine. We can do that. As always, I mentioned it often. Bugs are a problem. They are strong for their level. They cannot be crowd controlled, and inside of the hive structures, it's pretty damn dangerous. So we're going to be careful here. Fast forward for you. I'll do some more fights. Good, we're deeper in the complex. Gotta be careful here to not pull too many of these guys. I'll even pull back because there is a patrol of a stinger. Yep, exactly that. And this typically the patrols are the main threat in all of these hives.
That's been still charging.
Good. Time for us to go in a little bit deeper. That's what he said. And by he I mean the dentist. If you thought about anything else, then shame on you. You have a dirty mind. We can, by the way, finish that quest without pulling the other two. Inside of caves, it's really important to know what your fallback position is and how much you have cleared. Cannot stress that enough. Most of the death, I think, could be prevented. Okay. If I pull over here. Instead of pulling two, we're just going with a secure one pull, and then maybe we're going to get the other one. But the worst thing that you can do oftentimes is just stand in the middle of two enemies, and then both of them will come. That's just horrendous. And the tunnelers here, by the way, I already mentioned it a couple of times. The bugs have quite nasty abilities. Tunnelers are no exception. They come in with an armor reduction ability, 50% armor reduction, which is nasty if you think about it. That very much looks like an escort quest where we are going to get in trouble.
How may I help?
Okay, I was wrong. It is nothing alike. We freed the guy, we're going to go to here, and we're then going to take the flight path. Although, I think it's more effective we ride back, go there, take the flight path to here, finish the quest, and then go to Tenaris. That's exactly what we're going to do. Let's go. Alright, we are back in the game, and a couple of things happened. The last time you saw me in Feralis, then I finally got the Zur Farak run that I was looking for. Now we're in Tenaris, and we got a couple of nice items. For starters, the big bad pauldrons, really nice shoulders. We got Gazrilla scale armor, really good scale armor. We got a couple of plate boots. And I got a BOE item called Witch Fury, which frankly doesn't really do much for me. And that's what we have so far. Let's trade in our one remaining quest that is here.
See ya later.
That was the one Zul'Farrak quest other than the quest in the Blasted Lens, where we need to bring back Necrom's medallion and then go into the hinterlands. Oh, and I forgot something. I found a 14-slot backpack. Yeah, nice, right? Got 3 14-slot backpacks now. So we got a couple of things to do here. A few more pirate heads. Then we want to get these ornaments, potentially going to here, so that we can kill ogres at the same time down here. And then we need to go to here, water survey, and finally a couple of Theristal Jews down here. So that'll be the order of things. Wait a second. Nah, it's a 53 elite. We're kicking it off with the pirate quest, so let's go. Alright, so I got myself a nice set of heads.
Yo!
And I definitely need to sell. I'm super overloaded. Alright, we're rejoining today's recording as I made my way down here. Killing a couple of ogres in the compound on the way. And we're going to get these little Gazridian pieces. The idea is we're going to get that. Once we're done with all of this, we'll make our way to over here. Get it, then go down here. Do the Thristles, and maybe we can get the turtle escort quest, which would be great. The turtle escort quest is a little specific, because you're really escorted through the entirety all the way up to there, but it will follow you. It's the only one where I remember that it will just follow you and not the other way. So what we're going to do with the turtles, we're taking it to the beacon. So we need to do the beacon quest as well. And then the turtle and the chicken will both follow us. Well, turtle and us will follow the chicken. Turtle, however, attacks the enemies as well, so we quasi have a pet, and we'll use that to our advantage. In the meantime, as always, keep the grind here to a minimum. I'm just going to use really, and I'm collecting the things on the ground. Once I'm done, whatever else is needed, I'll kill. And in good fashion of what we did before, let's see how long that quest was. There's 2 quests on the ground. Alright, 20 minutes later, I cleared the entire ogre camp. That was like 20, 30 odd kills plus a boss. Collected 18 out of the 30 items, and now it's just a matter to get Toga's quest. Ran into a priest that I helped here in order to get his quests done, and as a saying goes in the hardcore, no good deed goes unpunished, but that also the positive way holds true. You're effectively, when you're helping others, are going to receive that as well. The turtle is going to spawn right here. We can kill some elementals in the meantime. Got 2 quests up there. And this is really how him and I have been doing. He's a holy priest. I'm effectively a heal Pala, so you would think that that is not necessarily the best combination to kill stuff. But just take a look at it. I mean, with all my damage reflect that I put into the build, there's actually quite a bit of damage that we can do, and since I don't need to worry about healing myself, it's straight up AoE grinding. It's actually not a bad combination, which is also how I did parts of the Ken, because that was relatively speaking fast. Yeah, so we're going to do a couple more of these elementals, get them down, and then the turtle will hopefully spawn and we can finally escort them. Good, he gets a bit excited and wants to play as well, which is fine, but I think it's more efficient if I'm pulling. One, two, three, four. That's a good measure. Grenade. Just for some extra damage. Crafted them for a reason. Exactly these eight. These guys are at our level, so it's not even like me grinding down 4 or 5 weaklings. This is actually equal level, sometimes higher. The only downside is you need to drink quite a bit. But that's fine, these guys are dropping a lot of water, so I need to kill a few and get the laden dew gland, which is a drop in the other elements, so we're going to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The elementals think, oh wow, we finally got them. They have no idea. That's a good mate offline. From the horde side. Starts boosting. Okay, that is not that was not intended, but apparently he was intrigued by the AoE grinding. Let's thank him. It's funny because since my tunes have a similar name, he definitely recognizes me. 2, 3, 4.
I'm out of range.
grenade here. Should have potentially saved a bit more mana. Alright, I'll fast forward the rest for you guys. Alright, so we found Tonga. Now it's time to bring Tonga back. And at the same time, not let him get killed. I'll keep you updated with the highlights of our enormous chase. Alright, since my priest compadre is a cool guy, we're hitting the chicken quest right here. Which pretty much is right up here. And the distress beacon is on its way. And now both of the escort quests can be done at the same time. This is going to be a lot of fun. So, by the way, I wasn't intending to just group up with the paladin day in and day out, but it just so happened. It just so happened that people are regularly just running into me, and I'm like, okay, shall we do something together? If I'm seeing a lonely priest who is heal spec'd, basically trying to desperately kill a few enemies, and I need the same enemies, then should be an idiot and start retail World of Warcraft fighting for the long term. I could just say, listen, I mean, we could group together and then things are typically working out much better. And Paladin plus almost any class. Works very well. You have to find a single class so far, or I would say that Paladin isn't adding something to the mix. I could group up with literally everyone. And even double heal, as you can see. You just need to be a bit creative by using Blessing of Sanctuary, Retaliation Aura. This is a tough one, because I can't be out of range of either of them. So yeah, if you're just willing to group with people, then things are typically turning out very well. And to be fair, I just enjoy it more if you can also help someone. Alright, so to bed. It would have been cool to do both. Alright, let me just at least get the homing beacon. When the last ambush happened, you went a bit too far. Shit happens from time to time. It is just one. I get the chicken in return. In hindsight, I should have started the Turtus quest. That would have been easier. But it is what it is now.
Too far away.
The priest is very friendly. Good, and that concludes our long journey through the desert. Homing beacon done. Tonga finally gets his mate. Unfortunately, you can't unfail a failed quest. Alright, so before we're trading everything in, I will still get the last few pieces that are lying on the ground. Didn't have the time to finish that beforehand. It's a little bit unfortunate that the Torga quest failed. Priest, of course, offered immediately that we do it again, but I think just running through the whole desert with Torga yet again might be asking for a bit much. What I will do is I'll just collect my little pieces here, maybe from the compound down there, and when I get the other 11 pieces I'll just check Torga one more time, move up here and then move over to here. That might be a way to deal with it. Alright, so we got ourselves the turtle back, and now I'm trying to find a way of maneuvering it through a hive of aggressive Silithid drones without it aggroing the drones or vice versa. That is going to be a pretty futile effort, because at some point Orga will aggro something, and then I'll have to fight it. Come on, you can make it, big boy. Very good. So we're going to get out of the hive here, trying to avoid the remaining wildlife, which is easier said than done, because Torga is trailing quite a bit behind us. Idea: we're going to get the dowsing widget, and then we're trading in all of the quests that we do have, and then we're bringing Torga to the beach, and then we should be done here. Next step would then be get into Swamp of Sorrows, Netherwind Hold, then back to the hinterlands and do a couple of quests there. That's the idea. Question is though, will we do it in this episode? Maybe not. We're level 48 now. The leveling of course has slowed down, but I feel that the last levels were actually relatively fine. And Tenaris always is such a great place to quest. I really like it here, so it comes at no surprise that I'm doing almost all of the quests that I can. It's just really staying here. I'll even redo the Torga quest just because it's fun, and the guy is trying to find his soulmate, so, or he just wants to, you know, produce a couple of offsprings. Anyways, let's grab that dowsing widget, and then afterwards we're out of here. These are litrolls, if I'm not mistaken, so no toying around. Specifically Torga. Can't just nilly-willy do anything here. Okay, 2 of them. Well, it's going to be interesting. That's why we do have grenades. The Thunders do have armor reduction, yeah, I remember that. But Torga here, our good friend, is also hitting them, so we're okay. Let's just make sure that there isn't any fishy business going on. Okay. Good enough. Got them nicely down. So next step is going back without, definitely without aggroing one of the elites here. Fast forward for you guys. Alright, let's see how well that works. I've never brought Tuga into the city, but he's a friendly unit, so things should be fine. Yep, don't mind me.
What's up?
That's me and my super cool pet coming through. Super sticky is Ungoro Crater. We're not using that yet. Instead, we're trading in all of the other quests.
Right.
Tuga's just following us. He's like, yeah,
Hurry back!
we're good.
Glad I could help. What's up? Keep it real.
Hey, how you doing? If you ever need anything, glad I could help.
Targan, where's that?
Time is money, friend. Glad I could help. Hurry back!
Yeah, okay, well, there's a follow-up quest. We can do that soon, not now. Now we're bringing the turtle back. But we also took one further quest, and I just want to make sure. Secret ingredient. Violet Targan. Can be found underwater. Was that over here? I vaguely remember. I will need to look it up. Yeah, I was right. It's the mushroom right here. So it's another hinterlands quest, no problemo. That is good. We anyways wanted to go there. Sometimes things are just falling into place. In this case, our quest route is starting to absolutely make sense. So still a couple of Tenaris quests. Handle with care, which is a hinterlands quest. Teledra Seal, small village. We got one over here. Good, that's the hinterland quest. This one is almost done. Yeah. Hinterland, hinterland, hinterland. And that one here is Blasted Lands. So that is south of Swamposaurus, and then the follow-up is Hinterlands again. Yeah, okay, quite a few quests that would bring us to the Hinterlands, but I would want to finish this one here, and then I think we're finishing the episode after that quest. So 120 armor, that is clutch, man. I love it, but our rings are better. $6,000 experience though, very much worth it. Super sticky glue. Yeah, we're doing the centiparts, and then the last one would bring us into the hive here, which I don't want to do. So we're just going to call it quits after that one. But that's another good quest. Let's go for it. Alright, done. That was longer than expected. These bugs are tough. And even though I do have counterplay, or the Paladin as a class has counterplay to everything that they're doing, they still have a lot of health. They hit hard, have relatively high armor, are quite resilient, and have nasty extra abilities. And abilities like 50% of your armor are reduced is just always a bad thing. Speaking of armor, in my two-handed version I'm rocking 2200. I am quite happy about my shield version of almost 50% damage reduction. 3600 armor isn't too bad, and that is without devotion aura. With devotion aura I would be north of 4100, which is actually quite good, so very respectable. I do still have a couple of mail pieces. Chest guard is one. We found the stamina intelligence bracer. It's a random drop. That's pretty good from the stats 14 effective stats combined with stamina and int is good. These here potentially need to be replaced. Like, they are still okay from a level perspective because they are blue level 37, but Razorfang downskier, although it is fine, we're almost like 10 level over that dungeon, and this is leather, so not the biggest fan of it. One more mail piece, the rest is plate, 2 good rings, and we have literally only used this enormous universal remote once when mind controlling a small robot, else we haven't even thought about. We haven't even fought against robots, so not much I can do there. Let's trade in the quest, and I think that is where we are going to call it here. There's still a lot that I need to do behind the scenes.
Time is money, friend. Keep it real.
But yeah, that's another 3000, which is fantastic. So just double checking, we got the Shrimp Star redemption.
Keep it real.
Oh yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, that was the one that I didn't want to do. Nope. I think we're okay for now. I call it a day here for the episode. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we're going to see each other hopefully in the next episode. Take care, goodbye, and see you.